once they take the floor, they're one single unit. A terrific evening look at Old Town there. The historic city of Boston is our backdrop tonight. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And there's Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. And for the Celtics, Brown the small forward with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Marcus Smart is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Horford in at the 5. For both teams tonight, Clark, unbelievable talent up front.
Agreed. And, you know, in the trenches, in the paint is where this one's going to be decided. It's going to be won or lost there. And that's not something we say very often in this day and age with the three-point shooting, the small ball, the spacing of the floor, the pick-and-roll action. But it'll be different tonight.
Outside, Smart. Back to Schroeder. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Murray, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint. And Jason Tatum, he got a lot of the pub last year, and deservedly so. But Jaylen Brown made monstrous strides as well, especially when it came to efficiency.
Porter against Tatum. It's Schroeder, top of the key. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And you look at Brown's field goal percentage and his free throw percentage, Greg, both career highs last season.
And, Kev, his shot was never broken. The motion never had to be rebuilt. Brown's problem coming into the league was that he would shoot the ball differently every time. Once he landed on the repeatable mechanics, you could see the consistency start to take form.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Schroeder. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Martin in the corner. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Outside Tatum. His 3-pointers off the mark. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And yes, it's good. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Brown outside. Back to Smart. The Celtics working the ball around now. Fouled beyond the arc, and he almost hit the shot. He'll go to the line for 3.
During his rookie season, Jason Tatum was Boston's go-to guy in the Eastern Conference Finals. A rare opportunity, and that young fella delivered at a high level.
It's his first trip to the line.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
And, guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
3 shots. 3 shots.
The first free throw is good. Some changes for Boston. Enes Kanter's checked in for Horford. Robert Williams comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Richardson in for Marcus Smart. Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Monte Morris comes in for Will Barton. And he sinks the second. And he makes all three.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Morris looking over the floor. Here's Jokic. No good on the shot. Now Boston takes it the other way. Richardson outside to the middle. Williams. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Morris passes to Green. Murray kicks to Morris. Pass to Jokic. Richardson against Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Schroeder. High post shot. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Schroeder's got 6.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
Murray outside. Morris against Richardson. With the teardrop, and Morris with the lay-in.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Porter against Tatum. It's good.
Well, I like the shoot-first mentality of Tatum, guys. Staying aggressive and keeping constant pressure on the defender.
From deep three-point range, and so it's Boston, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We come back right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. We've got Monte Morris. Austin Rivers is out there with Green, and it's JaMychal Green. Knocked away. It's stolen by Green. Rivers with it. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league, and there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. A free throw drops for Rivers. Some changes for Boston. Al Horford is checked in for Cantor. Brown comes in for Robert Williams. And Smart subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for Denver, Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Green. And Barton subbed in for Monte Morris. Rivers hits both of them. Here's Richardson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. He kicks it to Brown. From the arc. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Richardson the pass to Smart. Brown with it. Kicks it out to Richardson. There's the three. It's hauled in by Gordon. And so Green will bring it up for the Nuggets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Rivers against Smart. Rivers dishes to Barton. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big, the one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
It's Barton on the wing, guarded by Smart. Lob pass to Gordon, up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
Richardson the pass to Brown. Now Horford. Fade away, and again it's Boston converting.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
Campazzo. Good work defensively by Richardson. Celtics leading by 4. Can't cash in from close range.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And it's Gordon missing. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Smart, wide open, he fires. No good on the 3. Barton, wide open, he fires. And another miss by Denver. Here's Brown. And no good that time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Celtics. They're up by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie. Out in front at the half is Boston. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny, how'd you see it?
Well, just a great offensive performance tonight. The play calling, the passing, the shooting, it was all working. They forced the defense to stretch itself thin.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at it.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Celtics, round the small floor with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Marcus Smart, and it's Horford in at the 5 spot.
Tatum showing you his force that time, being athletic and aggressive on the finish.
Gordon against Tatum. Celtics leading by 4.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion. And if you don't get out on Murray, he will torch you. Lethal from behind the arc.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Pass to Jokic. Porter trying to free himself up. Boston leading by 3. Here's Schroeder. Good defense by Jokic.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
And a wide open look for Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Porter's got his first points of the game.
Porter Jr. has a unique combination of size and skill, and as a result, able to beat defenders in the catch-and-shoot game.
Here's Tatum. That one off the back iron and out.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
For the lead, and Tatum pulls it down. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. They lead by 1, and it's good, 2 points.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Brown against Morris. To the inside. Jokic kicks to Green. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Celtics lead by 3. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Morris. Green is out there with Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. The basket counts, and 1 will go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. Boston making some changes. Al Horford, he's checked in for Cantor. Hernan Gomez comes in for Williams. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Richardson. The Nuggets also changing it up. Gordon comes in for Michael Porter. And Barton subbed in for Jamal Murray.
You know, one of the things I like about Jokic's game is that he's a great passer for a center. And in many ways, his game reminds me of Vlade Divac.
Tatum. That shot, no good. Now Denver takes it the other way. Green dishes to Morris. To tie it up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
The Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. So it's the Celtics now. Now here's Tatum. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Misses from close range. Here's Barton. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. For Boston, they've gone 104 since the end of the 3rd quarter. The 3 from Tatum. Drills it from outside. And the Celtics lead by 3.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Morris inside. He's guarded by Schroeder. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for Denver. Tatum drives in. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Gordon finds Morris. Shot clock at 6. to take the lead. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. Brown the pass to Tatum.
That's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too.
Porter dishes to Morris. Shoots over Schroeder. Morris, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
And stolen by Tatum. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Here's Smart. But they recover it. It's not going to go for him. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Barton. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Jason Tatum.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
It's the first that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They trail by 3. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. The kick out to Porter. Passes it to Murray. Jacks up a 3. Can't get the 3 to fall. Porter finds Barton. Over Smart. Kept alive. From deep. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And we'll see you next time.